Start of round number 7, scheduled for 12. For the vacant Philippine welterweight championship belt, Dennis Padua versus Stephen Gelawa.
And referee for the Australia asked him, okay, go.
Oh yeah, I could hear it.
Asking whether they were okay. Because they didn't look okay, to be honest with you.
Mukhang pagod na nga yung dalawa. No?
Oh.
With all the punches they've thrown and all the punches that they've received. Right now, Padua's trying to finish Gelawa off. Gelawa trying to hold. Clearly he's in trouble. He's trying to hold again in the middle of the ring. Australia calls for a break. They're back in the middle of the ring.
Good right by Gelawa.
Parang naubusan si Padua. Sabi ni Gelawa, ako naman.
Good left jab and a right. But this Padua also, you got to give him credit. He comes back.
Okay, bring it up. No punching, no punching. Atras, atras, atras.
For the Australia, my friend.
Pero Ron, pinawisan si Ferdy ngayon.
Oh, yun.
Trabaho siya eh.
Atras, atras, atras.
Pawisan yan.
Gelawa connects with some good shots, but he can't put this guy away, this tall fighter from Nueva Ecija, Padua. He just keeps...
You know, both fighters are cut and bruised,
and
they just keep going.
And they're dog-tired.
Right.
Fatigue will tell and decide the winner of this fight.
Conditioning na talaga to. Wala ka nang ibang pupuntahan dito kundi
Tama.
yung reaction ng katawan mo eh. Whoever will really get the real second win, when the body adjusts to the adversity, that's the guy who's gonna win. 35 seconds left in round number 7.
Imagine they got to go 5 more rounds.
Right straight by Padua connecting.
Right, left.
There. Gelawa is in
Gelawa.
trouble. Gelawa is in trouble. He's trying to hold. He's trying to hold. Ferdy Estrella is looking intently. Stops the fight. Ferdinand Estrella stops the fight.
This has been a big night for Joven Horta. Both fighters he worked on won. Mabao had an upset win, and Padua also has an upset win.
You know what Gelawa should have done? He should have thrown punches rather than try to hold on.
Yeah, because
that's what Australia was looking for.
yeah, when you're not punching back and
Right.
the guy is swarming all over you,
Right, and you're
you stop
getting
the
hit,
fight.
huh?
Yeah.
And you're getting hit. Let's look at the slow-mo action here. Here, Padua starts the flurry.
That's
There's
a
a right
beautiful
hand to
right.
the temple, a jab. That's where he got in trouble. And here he comes trying to finish it off. Another left hook, another
Right.
uppercut, another left hook, a jab, an overhand. This is where he was trying to hold on.
That was
Another uppercut. Ayun, ayun. Wala eh. He wasn't
Wala.
throwing anything. He was trying to hold on. You know, and the referee's job is to protect the fighter first and foremost.
And he did a good job. He did a good job. For the Australia, did a good job. Padua is happier than ever.
I would be as happy as him, given the punishment that I also received if I was Padua.
And he's happier because the fight at long last ended. He didn't have to go 12 rounds.
Because you said they had to go 5 more.
Yeah.
He heard you. Good job by the very tall and lanky Dennis Padua, who now is the Philippine welterweight champion.
Okay, now to our ring announcer, Boy Llanera.
Ladies and gentlemen, your official time, 2 minutes and 46 seconds of round number 7 for your winner by technical knockout and the new Philippine welterweight champion, Dennis Padua.
That's Dennis Padua's biggest win. in his career. He didn't look like a winner early on, and it was Stephen Gelawa who had to suffer his first loss in this championship bout against Dennis Padua. Well-deserved win for Padua. Joven Horda, as I said, his second big win tonight, working the corner of Mabao and now Dennis Padua. Good for him. Another great fight, action-packed fight, brought to you on your main event over Pinoy box office on Sky Cable.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Since we
good
have some
afternoon
time
and welcome
left,
to
we're going to give you a
Cayetano's
bonus
Sports
bout in the featherweight
Taguig
division,
City.
4 rounds
As
of
we're
boxing
proud to
between
present
Bener Santig from the
United
Highland Boxing
Cup
Gym in La
10.
Trinidad Benguet and
Presented
Raymond
by
de la
Ryuta
Cruz
Kato
from the
United
JMC Boxing Gym in
Boxing
Makati
Promotions
City.
of Tokyo,
Santig
Japan.
has a record of 2
Director
wins, 1
Warren
loss and 1
Everson.
draw with no
Ladies and
knockouts,
gentlemen, all professional
while
bouts
Raymond de la
are
Cruz
sanctioned
hasn't won
by
a
the
fight as yet. He's
chairman
lost
of the
3
chairman,
and had
Juan
1
Ramon
draw.
Gonzalez.
Should be an interesting
Team of
fight.
boxing,
126
Dr.
pounds
Nasser
featherweights. Bener Santig versus Raymond
Ladies
de la
and
Cruz.
gentlemen,
An
this is
interesting
the
bout,
first bout
4
scheduled
rounds
for 4
in the featherweight
rounds in the
division.
featherweight division.
Bener
Jury
Santig,
judges for this
he
bout,
lost his last fight by a third round TKO
Wilco
to
and
Vincent
Joel
Astrolabio
your referee in
last
charge.
November
The action
13,
inside the ring.
2015,
Referees,
while De La
Bernabé
Cruz
Sr.
lost his last fight by a 4th round unanimous decision versus Kenta Ide of Japan last December 12, 2015 in Sukat, Paranaque. De La Cruz, like I said, hasn't a single win so far. He's got 3 losses, but he's a tough little kid. Stands 5'5", came in at 128 pounds. He's 24 years old. De La Cruz. And on the opposite end of the corner is Bener Santig, Highland Boxing Gym, 2-1-1 with no knockouts. Last fight, like I said, he lost by a 3rd round TKO to Vincent Astrolabio on November 13, 2015. Stands 5'7", so he's got a height advantage, and he's an orthodox fighter. He's from the La Trinidad Benguet region. Sammy Bernabé is the 3rd man in the ring, former boxer, one of the guys who trains Walito Pareñas. Okay, there goes the bell, the opening round. De La Cruz in the blue and red trunks, and Santig in red with a blue trim down the side. This is round number 1 of a fight that's scheduled for 4. Santig moving forward, De La Cruz using the jab, but Santig with a good 1-2 combination to the body. Long looping left and right straight by Santig. Santig, the taller fighter, using his reach this early to advantage in round number 1 of this 4-round bout. One of the preliminary bouts from the Taguig Sports Complex or Center in Taguig City. Oh, good left, and De La Cruz is down in a hurry. He's getting the standing 8 count from referee Bernabé. The action continues. Santig coming forward. Good 1-2 combinations by Bener Santig. De La Cruz tries to catch him against the ropes, but not very successfully. Now he throws a good right hand. Good right hand by De La Cruz. Continues to stalk Santig. Santig counters with a good right straight. De La Cruz comes forward, but Santig is picking him off with some good counter punches in this opening round. De La Cruz a little wild, but he's aggressive. No question about that. He's carrying the fight to Santig. Pretty aggressive, expansive fighter. Throws a wild right and misses after throwing another left that didn't catch Benzer, Santig. But now De La Cruz connects with a couple of shots. He probably connects 1 in 5. So the ratio is pretty low, but he still continues. Oh, good left by De La Cruz. Good combination by De La Cruz again. Leaning forward and punching Benner Santig. Santig backed off against the ropes. Final 25 seconds of the opening round. The aggressor very clearly is De La Cruz, and Benner Santig has his work cut out for him to try and stave off the onrushing De La Cruz. We're nearing the end of round number 1 of a fight that's scheduled for 4. Good left. There goes the bell. End of round number 1. Looking at the corner of the two fighters. Oh, there's Joven Horda. He's had some good wins so far in this Taguig Sports Complex. De La Cruz has done pretty well so far. As Santig backs off. And he continues to press the action, De La Cruz. Although his punches are way out. Wild and woolly kind of a fighter, but aggressive. No question about that. We'll be moving into round number 2 of this fight that's scheduled for 4 in the featherweight division. Sammy Bonabe is the third man in the ring. This is a production or promotion of United International Boxing Promotions of Ryuta Kato and Executive Director Walito Pareñas. He was dropped again. De La Cruz was dropped again. His gloves touched the canvas, and referee decides to count to 8 and then have his mouthpiece, which is apparently spat out, to be washed. And they resume action. In the center of the ring, Santig using his long looping left hand. Some good shots from a distance. And he's doing the right thing now. Santig is using his reach and height to advantage against De La Cruz. De La Cruz trying to come in. Now twice he's been dropped with counter punches. So now he's a little wary of Santig. Good 1-2 combination again. Nice right hand by Santig. Timed that perfectly. But De La Cruz coming forward, continue to try to put the pressure on Santig. Catches him against the ropes. But Santig coming off the ropes, catching him with a number of good shots. De La Cruz, aggressive style, obviously pleases the fans here in Taguig. People, this is the preliminary bout, so people just starting to come in to the venue. Very nice venue in Taguig City. De La Cruz going forward but not able to connect with anything as Santig connects with a good right and a left from the outside. He's staying out of harm's trouble and connecting with some good punches. Benner Santig from the Highland Boxing Gym in La Trinidad, Benguet. He's got a record of 2 wins, 1 loss, 1 draw, no knockouts. Raymond De La Cruz has got 3 losses and 1 draw. De La Cruz continuing to go after Santig. And he gets some support from the fans. They like an aggressive fighter. That's basically the instinct of the Filipino fight fan. If you're aggressive, you get their support. Winding down this second round. Good right straight by Santig. There goes the bell, end of round number 2. We'll take a break, come back in a moment.